And it'll
No,
take a little bit. It'll
I
take a
saw
little
it.
bit to get the live stream ready. Stream
Okay, okay.
live on Facebook. Let's see if this works. Yes, I want to continue as Evelyn.
Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. Oh, it's like it's so funny because the last two people that I've been able to bring onto my live, or at least within the last 2 weeks, the two people that I've had so much trouble getting them on my Facebook Live,
Uh-huh.
um, they both use Zoom. And I was like, all right, it's a sign. If today, it's just, I was talking to my best friend earlier and I was like, okay, so if it doesn't work today, this weekend, I'm going to go in and I'm going to figure out how to do this through
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah, it's funny because before 2020, I didn't even know Zoom existed. Like I had no clue.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh
No,
my goodness.
no, I had no idea. So all this stuff I have learned, and literally all the stuff that I have learned from um let me see if this is working. Let me see if we're live.
We're live. It says live on my end, like at the top of my
Yeah,
where it says recording.
yeah,
So
I
okay,
see it.
perfect. We're live. It's working. Yes.
Yay.
Something's working.
I had to zoom into my page because I couldn't do it in yours, so I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
it'll work.
It's fine. It's fine. It's on yours, and what I'll do is I'll just share it on mine. So
Yeah,
something worked. That's all that mattered.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh
before 2020, I did not know that Zoom existed. And so I started learning about Zoom about I think it was like May of 2020. We
yeah.
got involved with a um ministry called Freedom in Christ International. And
Okay.
so a little backstory. So my husband and I have been in missions for 23 years.
Wow.
And in 2017, we got to a point that we were so spiritually dry, we thought we were going to die. And so we started searching. We
Yeah.
searched online to try to find teaching, and we did. We found a lot of different teaching that really
Yeah.
helped us to, navigate this, low spot in our life. But
Yeah.
we stopped going to church. Imagine that.
Wow.
And it was extremely
Yeah.
embarrassing. Missionaries who don't
Yeah.
go to church, I mean, this is unheard
Yeah.
of, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, so we just got to such a low point in our life. We just couldn't handle it. Like we did, it was just too much.
Wow.
And so in 2019, summer of 2019, Franklin, my husband, found a video of Dr. Neil T. Anderson, and he
Okay.
was speaking about freedom. And Franklin came to me, he said, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. We have to get connected to this ministry. So he looked online and it looked like they were going to come to Central America, and we're
Yeah.
in Costa Rica. So he wrote them and said, have we missed it? Did you already come? And
Yeah.
the international leader for Central and South America, Latin America,
Yeah.
responded back and said, no, we don't go to any country unless we are invited. And so Franklin said,
Wow.
this is your invitation. When are you coming?
Yeah.
So in January of 2020, they came and did what they call Making Fruitful Disciples seminar. We had a weekend seminar.
Nice.
And from there, they asked us to be a part of the ministry. And so it's just been wonderful. It has been the answer
Wow.
to a
That you
lot of
needed.
questions that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And so anyway, but it's amazing how God puts things together, right?
Yeah.
But he lets us get to the end of ourselves in order for us to to find
You
him.
know, I think it's just it's a part of just being human, right? Is that we all almost always, or I want to say at least from just talking on my experience, I almost always think that like I'll figure it out or
Yep.
whatever it is. Like
Yep.
we try to do everything ourselves, and we almost forget that okay, you know what, you can try whatever you want. but if it is not in his plan, it's not gonna
Not
work.
gonna work. Right. Yeah.
It's not gonna
So
work out.
yeah. So from there, I started learning about the online space, and I haven't
Yeah.
stopped. Franklin is
Oh,
not much in, my husband's not much into I mean, he loves doing research and stuff, but as far as getting on with
yeah.
people, he's not much into it. But yeah, we have learned a lot from the
That's
online
awesome.
space. It's been amazing. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have so much. I mean, it has so much to learn, and it's just starting basically. Because I mean, who knows? From here, we have AI, and I had a special guest yesterday, and he was kind of like he was talking about because he's been in the digital space forever and in marketing since like the 90s, so he's had like a very good grasp on like a lot of up and coming things when it
Oh
comes to
yeah.
like the digital world
Yeah.
that I was just like mind blown the whole time. If I had a little emoji as a face, it would have been the mind blown
The
face
one
the
with the
whole
mind
time.
blown, right?
The whole time, because he was just talking about so much stuff that it's just like, wow, I need to write this down. I'm gonna go back and like watch the whole thing and just write down every single thing that he mentioned.
Yeah.
That is so
Um,
funny.
that's why I mean, I love getting on with Michelle when she does her lives, but I
Yeah.
actually like getting on after because I can stop it, write it down, stop it,
Yes.
write
Oh
it
my
down.
god. I
I mean, there's
it's
so
nice to
much.
experience it like on the in the moment,
Oh yeah,
but you gotta go back and watch it to really
totally have
take
to
notes.
rewatch it. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I have learned so much. So in 2020, I started learning about Zoom. I think I got
Yeah.
Facebook in 2008.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so I'm not real old in the online
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
But um, you know,
Yeah, more or less that's around the time I started Facebook. Probably like, well, I mean, my first, I guess, experience online was MySpace. So I'm definitely dating
oh
myself.
yeah. Yeah,
There,
I
this is
didn't
more
even
like
start
my
at
what?
that time. Yeah, I didn't even start at that time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean,
wow.
Facebook to me, honestly, before I got into the program, Facebook to me was just a, I just posted my whatever I was doing with my family, whether it was with
Right.
my kids or something. I honestly used Instagram more than I did Facebook,
Uh-huh.
but they're linked, so anything I
Mhm.
would post over on Instagram, it would just
Yep.
automatically come to my Facebook. So it would seem like I was using my Facebook, but honestly I would go weeks on end without even going in at all.
Not even looking at it.
So
Yeah.
now I'm on it like every day.
Right. And that's the way I've been for a while there. I was really posting stuff about our ministry and stuff like that on Facebook, but then I started staying off of it because I was going
Yeah.
down the scroll hole. Like,
Yes.
that's really what I've been encouraging my viewers to not scroll, earn money instead of scrolling,
Yeah.
right? Because
Exactly.
you know, I can spend 2 hours and it's 2 hours lost. But if I spend 2 hours and actually, am diligent about what I'm doing,
Hmm.
I can be earning instead of just
Exactly.
scrolling, right? And
Exactly.
sometimes we do need that time, just, downtime, just to watch
Yeah.
something. But in reality, I have made it a point to when I'm on my computer, I'm working. Like I'm trying to do
Exactly.
something that's, worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
still I'm still trying to find the balance because yes, I was definitely, like you said, I was so accustomed to just getting, again, I used to use Instagram back then more than I did
Mhm.
Facebook, but I would go on my Instagram, and once I started one video, that was next,
Yep.
next, next. Next thing you
Yep.
know, I'm like there for an hour. I'm just like, what?
Yep.
But yeah, like you mentioned,
Same.
now I'm still trying to find the perfect balance because my mind is like almost ADHD. I'll be like doing something, squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What I have found is especially for my videos. So I'm doing 3 videos a day. I've
I love
got my
that.
TikTok up on July the 7th. I was like Michelle. I thought TikTok was for dancing videos for young people.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was not thinking about using it for business. But when she said she uses it for her business, I was like, well, okay, I'm going to go there because inside of the program, you know, they have the videos to show you exactly step by step. This is how you do it. And this is how you
Exactly.
use it for business. They don't use it, you know, you don't use it for other things. And that's why I do try to have fun with my TikTok. I have put my dog on there. So my dog has like 500 and something views.
Oh,
Um,
I love that.
yeah. Her name is Chispa, and she's a mess. So
Oh, I
anyway,
love
she
that.
loves sticking her nose in everything. So today she was down there by the fire pit, and I guess she was
Yeah.
after a lizard. I don't know, but she was digging. And so I got a video of her today, so I've got to post that. Um,
Oh,
I didn't get my video posted. I post at 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and
okay.
6 at night. So I didn't get my video posted. I didn't get it
Oh,
edited. So anyway,
yeah.
like you said, I squirreled and I forgot all about my video. But anyway,
Yeah.
it'll get posted sometime or another.
Honestly, if I've had to really put myself down on a very, very strict schedule,
Yeah.
work schedule,
Yep.
because yeah, if not, just I mean, I have my three kids, so they take a lot of my time.
Right.
But it's so hard to kind of like work in between. So I
Yep.
really have to find like good hours to sit down and like you mentioned, like really get down to
Yeah.
like doing what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, if not, I would be backed up with absolutely everything. Everything would be
Exactly.
half done. Nothing would be finished.
Right. And we don't want that because that doesn't bring an income.
That does
Um,
not bring an income.
yeah,
Exactly. And that is the point of this whole journey, right? Is to
totally.
create an income for ourselves. So
Yeah. And create a legacy. That's what I want to
e-
do.
exactly. That I mean, that alone, I feel like just the idea of it, right? I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
fills me up,
I'm
just to
very,
know that I can leave that for my children, for their children, and so on and so forth. And this is like whatever I learn today will be useful for them as well. Plus everything that comes up between now and then. No,
right.
that alone fills me.
Me too. Me too.
I love that. All
Yeah.
right. Well, Evan, let me go ahead and since we're gonna go ahead and record this, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna put out the information so I can post it back on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I think people are probably looking up to see what is happening. Why am I not live?
Where is
Let
she?
me post it on here that we are actually let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm getting email. I'm getting messages left and right. Like, where are you supposed to be on?
That's awesome.
Let
Can you
me.
share it? Can we, can, maybe I can share it. Let me see if I can share it.
I wonder. When I did this last week with my friend Jane Mott, she did it through Zoom, and for how she did it. I have no idea. I really have to go back and ask her. But when she put it up live, it posted on both of our
Oh, wow. Okay.
profiles.
Let me see
But if anything,
what I
let
can
me go
do.
ahead and notate on here. We are live, just not here. Come.
I love hearing your kids in the background.
You can hear them. They're out there with their dad. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. I
They,
love hearing them.
oh.
So, so while you figure out how
Mhm.
to go live on your page, if you figure it out, let me know because I want to know. I don't know how she did it. I wonder how she did it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely send her a message today
Yeah.
so she can give me the rundown on how, because yeah, like I mentioned, the last two times I've tried to bring people on my Facebook. I mean I feel so bad because it's just like, it's working on my end, but then they don't get the notification and then they don't get the link and oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness,
never
it
got a
is it's
notification
a
of a
mess.
link to join you. So I was sad about that.
No, yeah, you see,
Frustrating.
and I've gotten the question too of, okay, how am I going to receive it? But from the feedback that I've gotten from other people, some receive it as a message, some receive it as a pop up, some just like, I guess it really depends on the version of Facebook you
Um,
have,
it
or
could
maybe
have
your
been a
phone.
pop-up and I wasn't on in time to get it. Maybe that's why I didn't
It
get it.
might have been exactly, and that
Yeah.
the two have happened. It has been a notification where it stays on there, like you were supposed to go live at this time,
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Yeah.
But it might be a pop-up. So it's just like you mentioned, if you're not there at the time that
Yeah.
it comes up, then
I get it.
but
Okay.
no worries. I went ahead and put up the message there on my Facebook. So hopefully we have a couple of people joining us here within the next couple of minutes. I'm not sure exactly how many people are in your side right now, but welcome to everybody.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching. This originally was supposed to be over on my page, but it's okay. We work through things. How, we make it work here.
Make it work. That's right. We're not giving up. That's for
We
sure.
don't give up.
We don't give up.
Exactly. you know, so just to introduce myself, my name is Dayanara. People know me by Dayie, and I've met Evelyn through our wonderful program and our wonderful community. We're both digital creators. I consider myself just a small time digital creator at this time. But again, I met Evelyn and we chatted for a while. And once I heard her story, I was just like, wow, it blew me away. I was just like, this is like, I even told her when she was explaining her life to me, I was just like, it sounds like a movie. There's no way that's your real life. It sounds like a movie, which is awesome. But you guys on her page, of course, know her very well. She is a mom of 4. I did a bit of snooping on your site just in case, but I did see that you are a mom of 4 and a grandma of 2. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome. How old are your grandchildren?
Skyline is 10. She'll be 11 in October. Her birthday is
Oh,
October the 9th. And
I
then,
love that.
yeah, and then Bennett was pandemic baby, so he's 4. He turned 4 on June 22nd. And
Oh, I love
yeah, so yeah, very excited. My grandkids are like, yeah,
I'm sure.
everything.
To
Yeah.
your world.
I'm counting down the days. We're gonna see them mid-September, so I'm counting down the days.
Oh my god, that's so close, just in a month.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Are you gonna see
yeah,
them both?
yeah,
Or are you gonna okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
perfect,
yeah,
perfect. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
yeah.
My daughter, her birthday is October 5th. So it kind of goes with, yeah, it's right there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Taurus, I
Yeah.
think they are in zodiac sign. But that being said, I again I did a bit of snooping, of course, based on our conversation before, when you explained that you are a missionary, that you grew up Amish. With that, blew my mind because I was like, wow, I've never actually been able to interact with someone from that, from that lifestyle. So I was just like, wow, I need to know more. But you guys know she is currently in Costa Rica. And I also saw there that you founded Camp Taller del Maestro through
Correct.
Global Outreach. That's
Right.
really awesome. And I love that you explained the name because, yes, it is the repair shop of our teacher master, Jesus. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, I needed to have this interview with you because I needed to know more about you, Evelyn. So I know that we're on your page, so I'm sure a lot of people know your story, but go ahead and share it for the people that do not know it, that are coming from my end, that want to know more. So tell me tell pretty much everyone who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
And go ahead, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Dainara. How did you say your name? Dayie?
So my name is Dayanara, yes, but
Dayie.
pretty much everyone just calls me Dayie.
Dayie.
It's just,
Okay.
yeah, it's a lot easier.
Awesome.
I understand it.
Yeah.
I'll take D
Dayie.
as long as you're close, you know?
Well, I have heard people say, you can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner.
That's a good one.
So yes, I have a lot of new friends on my Facebook page, so I will introduce
Awesome.
myself. So as a kid, I grew up in the Amish realm. I was
Yes.
Amish for the first 20 years of my life, and we grew up in Iowa. I
Yes.
actually went to Amish private school, and so I never was in the public school system. In the
Yeah.
Amish, we only go to 8th grade, but
Really?
after I got married and left the Amish, I went ahead and got my GED, which I'm thankful for because I don't base a lot on my education, but it does help you when you have higher education, and I highly recommend it. I tell my kids all the time, don't stop learning. keep learning
Mhm.
something, right? And
Yes.
so I got my GED, but so in the Amish, we our transportation was horse and buggy, but my grandparents lived about 12 hours from us. And so we would hire a van and my family would all pile in the van and we would travel there to see my grandparents and we'd stay a couple of days, usually a week. We stayed a long time. Which I don't know how my parents did it to be away from work and school and everything like that. I don't know how they,
For
I
a whole
don't
week.
have any idea how they did it, but anyway, so we would travel to see my grandparents. It was one of my highlights of my life was to go see my grandparents because I would see my cousins. We didn't live
Oh,
close to cousins. And so when we would
yeah.
travel there, it was awesome. We could go see my cousins. But so when I was 10, I saw my husband for the very first time. So Franklin came to deliver pigs to my family. So their family grew, they have a farm and they had pure line pigs
Hmm.
for raising pigs, right? And so they would sell to other farmers, other small farmers, which that
Okay.
business has completely gone away now, except for I think
Really?
homesteaders. Yeah, I think people that are homesteading now have gone back to having a small amount of pigs, raising them for their own meat or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of went away for a while because the big companies bought it out. But anyway,
Hmm.
so Franklin brought pigs to my brother, and my sister and I were in the garden. We saw this pickup pull up, so we knew that he was coming, right? My family knew that he was coming, and so my sister and I are in the garden, and we're watching everything because we see this handsome young guy jump out of the truck, and we're just like all eyes, right? Nobody was watching us because, of course, we're small Amish girls. What could they, what could we do? And
Yeah.
so my sister and I are picking strawberries and watching. Of course, we were not paying attention to the strawberries. We were paying attention to this truck handsome
So that
guy
guy
that
from the
jumped out.
truck.
And
I love
so
that.
um, I told my sister, I said, I'm going to marry that guy. And of course, we just rolled laughing. We thought it was the best
Oh
joke
my
ever.
God.
And so anyway, a couple of years ago, my sister reminded me of it, but I tell this in my story because it's very unique because we
Yes.
did 10 years later. And so I tell people, be careful what you say. It just might come true.
You put it out into the
That's
you put
right.
it out into the universe. It might just
Yeah,
come
there
back.
you go. And so, but I did, we got married when I was 20 and I moved from the Amish. So I left the Amish. I married Franklin. He already had two children. And so
Mhm.
I went from living in an Amish house with like no responsibilities, of course, responsibilities of the home, right? And stuff like that, but
Yeah.
not responsibilities to having a full-fledged family and a job. Because then I started working with Franklin on the farm with the pigs, and it was a
Yeah.
lot. So I remember a couple of different times, but I mean, we're crazy about each other. We still love each other, and we've been married 32
Love
years. So
that.
we were made for each other, that's for sure. But
It's for sure.
sometimes I think back and I think, I don't know how I survived that because that was a lot of changes very, very fast. And so, but I'm thankful because God used it to shape me and prepare me for what was coming.
Hmm.
So in 2001, we came to Costa Rica for the first time to learn Spanish. And so we had been involved in our church, and
Hmm.
we always had missionaries come to speak at our church. And we were always interested. We always gave to the offering when they would give an offering for the
Yeah.
missionaries and stuff, but we never imagined that we would go, right? And so we had missionaries that were in Africa, and they would come home every 4 years for a break. And we would host them, we would have them over to the house. And then in the years that they were gone, on the mission, we would send them
Yeah.
Cheerios and chocolate chips and peanut butter because those were things they couldn't get in Africa. And so
Oh wow.
anyway, so we would send them boxes of stuff. So we were involved in that way, and we always gave, to the mission offering. So
Yeah.
one year, about 1998, I believe it was, a missionary came to speak at our church, and he said, um, you know, the work is a lot and we need volunteers. And my husband at that time said he felt God say to him, go. And so, and now we've been on the mission field 23 years and we still feel that call. Like we still
Wow.
know that God called us. We have no idea what that man said. We know he was
Yeah.
from Africa, but do you know Africa is a huge place?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
but we have no idea what he said. We don't know where he was from, but we know what God said. And he said, go. And so anytime that we have doubted what God has said, we always go back to that call. And so having been on the mission field for 23 years, our kids now are all back in the States and we are here in Costa Rica. And so
Wow.
we realize that our kids are not going to be moving here. And so we
Yeah.
want to move back to be close to them. So we're selling
Oh,
our home and moving back to be close to them. So in the process of all this, I was wanting a business to have an income for our family and to buy our own home in the States because we own this home here, but we've never
yeah.
owned a home in the States. And so that was why I started looking in 2021. I started seeking and I started with a skincare business and then I did a
Okay.
speaking business. And in May of this year, I started seeing my friend Carrie here on Facebook join Legacy Builders.
Yeah.
And I started watching her. She started earning money and she was telling how much she was learning about the online business. And she was
Yeah.
also a Christian coach,
Yeah.
as I am. And so I was like, this is interesting. I need to watch what she's doing. I was watching what she's doing. And in June, I turned 53, my birthday. And my
When's
sister,
your birthday?
June 28th.
June 10th.
Ah, really? Oh, that's awesome. So anyway, so my sisters gave me a birthday gift, some money for my birthday. And since I had been watching Carrie, I was all in. I was like, okay, I have the money to invest. I'm going to do this. So I talked to Franklin about it because he's very, standoffish about the online business and stuff.
Yeah.
But he agreed, and I've started with Legacy Builders. And so that's how I came to know about Legacy Builders, and I am so excited. I am totally sold on
Yeah.
this program because you can take a college course, but you go in debt when you take a college course. They
That's
take
true.
your money. They don't pay you for that. And with Legacy Builders, it's like a college course. We're learning online digital marketing. And in the process of learning, we can be earning.
Exactly.
So I am very
That
excited about it. Totally, totally excited
that
about it.
alone,
Yep.
that alone is so much value. Like you said, we could be learning and earning. And it's really cool that you mentioned that it is, yes, it is exactly like a college course. If
Yep.
you're going in, maybe you have an idea, because some people have an idea of the digital marketing world but
Mm-hmm.
may not know exactly what to do. And some people are like me, that yes, I was involved in the digital world, but never ever did I think I was, gonna be a part of like the marketing side to it. I was part of the
Right.
fun side.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
awesome that you mentioned it like a college course, because yes, it is just like a college course. You're going in, you're paying for the lessons, right?
Mm-hmm.
But unlike a college course, it's an unlimited amount of lessons. So you
Right.
pay one time, and from there on, anything, any updates, anything that they come up with new, they're quickly going on, or creating webinars, creating tech calls, all of this stuff to help us keep
Right. So
updating
yeah,
with the time.
so inside the Legacy Builders program, we have over 100 recorded videos, right? Just like an online course. But on
Yes.
top of that, we get live mentoring each week. We get a
Okay.
live call to mentor us each week. And on top of that, we have tech calls. So if we get stuck on something that we don't understand, and it's very well explained. So just going
Mm-hmm.
back over the videos again, you can find out how to do it. So I was able to set up my website. So I have been in online business for 2 years and I did not know how to set up a website. I had semi set up a landing page, in mailer,
Yeah.
but I never could get it to work right. I mean, I don't think I ever got that first customer from
No.
a mailer like no. And I would test the page and it would work,
Mhm.
but I don't know. It wasn't worth the time I put into it. And
Oh,
in 2 days of being in Legacy Builders, I had my website set up. I had an email sequence set up, and I
yes.
was able to start sharing my business. So not
Mhm.
only is it like a college course, but we get master resale rates. What does that mean?
Exactly.
Master resale rates is that when you buy the course, you take the course, but then you can sell it for 100% profit. How do we do that? That's how they founded this business. And I don't think there's very many businesses like this. So I'm very excited
No,
about it.
no.
And we don't have any
I
monthly overhead. Like you don't have any
exactly.
monthly costs, which is so neat. The only recurring cost that we have is our domain because you do need to keep up your domain, but that's in any business. You need a domain
Exactly.
because you need
Exactly.
your mine is evelynslegacy.com. You can go to evelynslegacy.com. We will leave our links in the
In
comments.
the description, yes.
Mhm.
And the links here connected.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited about it because it's definitely different than anything I've tried. And it's successful. It's
I
just
love that.
mhm.
Yeah. And you have the experience behind to say yes. You've tried other things, you know, like
Yeah,
you
I've
mentioned.
tried other
You
things.
did skincare,
And
you did speaking. I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that are in this digital marketing
yeah,
world, but
yeah,
I mean, 100% profit of something that you're also learning and
right.
benefiting from. That, I mean,
It's unheard of. Yeah.
you really don't see that.
Uh-uh.
You honestly don't see that. Personally, I was never involved in anything. I was always just too scared to really become involved into anything, just because either just it didn't fit right with me.
Yeah.
So for this to have come into my life when it did, and for it to be something that was just so almost like obvious to me that I needed to be in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me was like, oh wow, this program, the Legacy Builder program, it's completely different than what you
Right.
see
Yeah,
out
when
there.
I started seeing Carrie and others, I saw others, starting the business and being successful.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I'm in. I don't know what I have to
Yeah.
do, but I'm in. And the thing I think that convinced me so much was there is no monthly cost. So we have one-time fee and
Hmm.
the website costs $29. And that's a
That's it.
lifetime. As long as you are in Legacy Builders, you have the website. Like you never have
Hmm.
another cost to have your website. And
Yep.
the community. We have a community of over 35,000 people. And
Yes.
they not only are building their own business, but we are doing it together. So if someone
Exactly.
inside the community has a question, like I can't get my email going, there's probably 40 responses immediately helping
Yes.
you, working through it. Like I've been there. I know what happened and I can tell you exactly how to fix it. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing. It is so
Yeah.
amazing. And
Yeah.
the tech calls, I don't know if you've been on a tech call, but
I have
they
not yet.
are
I have not
fabulous.
yet.
Like they go through every person that's on the tech call and they'll answer your questions. And if they don't get
Love
to
that.
you, they say, okay, get on the next one and you're first in line for the next, tech call. I
Wow.
mean, it's amazing. So you are
Wow.
not sitting there stuck for weeks, not being able to get your site up. Um,
Exactly.
and if you are, you're not taking advantage of the program because Legacy
You
Builders
know,
is there for you.
they really are. And even though I have not been on a tech call, let me tell you, when I first started, um, I was, between my sponsor, just trying to get as much information as I could from her to try to set things up. I remember I had an issue with my, like the professional email and the domain, just getting it to like actually work.
Yeah.
And I'd never been on a tech call, but my mentor was like, you know what, just go ahead and contact their like customer service directly. Like, go ahead and contact them within probably like within 24 hours. had fixed
Yeah.
everything for me. And I had been dealing with it for like about, I think I wasted probably like 4 days trying, like going through, the beginning part of the training where they tell you how to set everything up. And I
Yeah.
went through the training again and I went through the training again.
Yeah.
And it was just not working for me. It was the coding or not the coding, the how you have to link it, like the specific
Yeah.
letters and things that you have to put.
Yeah.
I probably messed that up. I know I did.
Yeah.
But they were like, okay, if it's not working, no worries. This is exactly what you're gonna do. And I did it, done.
And it worked.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the tech calls, I mean, I'm just amazed with them. I know they're way ahead of me in technical, things, but I was just amazed. I mean, they'll say, okay, give me access to your website. They'll go in there, click, 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 and they help you get it
Exactly.
set up. And what I like about it is not only are they helping you set it up, but they are showing you, okay, this is what you do. When this happens, this is what you need to do. It's amazing.
Exactly.
I've never seen anything
Exactly.
like it. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's all included, which is
It's
also the
included.
best part.
No, you don't have to
Because if
pay for that.
you have your own your own company, let's say your own business
Yep.
outside of the Legacy Builder program, anything that you need tech help for, you're gonna have to, pay somebody to do it,
No.
and they'll fix the problem that you have now.
Yeah.
But then in 2 weeks, if you have another problem, you got to pay the person again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy the amount of money that the program and everything that it includes really saves us,
Is worth it.
in the long run. And like you mentioned, it's access to that forever. As long as you're in the program,
Yeah.
it's
As
you
long
have
as you're in the
access to
program,
the tech
you have
help,
it.
to everything forever.
And
That is
I
an
think a
expense you don't
lot
have to
of
worry about.
people are scared of it because of multi-level marketing. And I
Yes.
guess if someone has a question, I'll be glad to answer, because
Yeah.
I know that I was scared of it too. I
Yeah.
do not like multi-level marketing, but
Uh,
this is not multi-level marketing. You are on the same level as the people ahead of you, and nobody is making money off of you. You
exactly.
get 100% resale rates. So I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. But
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
You don't have to worry about percentages. The only percent you got to worry about is 100%.
yeah,
That is the
100%.
only thing. It's
Exactly.
not, 25% here, 10% there. No, none of that.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
is absolutely 100%, which I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Me too.
goodness.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you mentioned you said June. No, June was your birthday. You got the money for the program. That was
Yeah. I started
2002.
on July
I
the
mean,
4th.
22. Oh, July the 4th of. Okay, perfect.
No,
July the 4th of 2022. You said, right?
no,
Of this year,
24.
of 2024. Oh my goodness, guys!
So
Oh my, what? A month and 2
yeah,
weeks.
just a little bit over a month. Yeah, just a little bit over a month. And the thing is, I did start online business in 2022, but
Oh,
not
that's
with
what it was.
Legacy.
Okay.
I started with
Mhm.
Legacy in July of this year. Yeah, July the
Of
1st
this
this
year.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah. So you started just uh about a month and a week after I did. I started May
Okay.
of this year as well, but
Yeah.
at the very end of May. I always say I say end of May to be specific, but really, even though I had started it at that time, I really didn't invest the time that I needed to.
Mhm.
Um at the very beginning, I was working.
Mhm.
I already had my full time job, so I was just taking this program very, very slow. Like I mentioned, just setting up the website and everything, I took like
Yeah.
about 2 weeks, just because I was just doing so slow on it. And of course, the craziness that happened in my life was that I lost my job literally two
Wow.
weeks after that. So
Wow.
that's when I was like, okay, you know what, I already
I got to
have
get
this in my
serious
back
about
pocket.
this.
Exactly. I gotta get serious. I am way too far back now.
Yeah.
So you could almost say we started about the same. I probably started really putting, really, really digging in about maybe like 2 weeks earlier than you. So that's awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I have been so encouraged because I have learned so much. I never
Yeah.
learned this much. In the 2 years I've been in the program, this month I have learned more than, I mean, like hundreds of times more than I learned in the 2 years that I was in online business. So it's definitely been amazing.
Yeah.
I love that there's no monthly costs. I love
Yeah.
we have live mentoring calls. And the community is amazing.
No,
Um,
I cannot ever stop talking about the community.
yeah.
I mean, just this segment alone
Hmm.
would have never ever been possible if it wasn't for the community.
Yeah.
Like literally just one day I was like, you know what? I cannot be the only one in my like in my you know, maybe mindset, like just in my scenario. I don't know how you would call that. This is what I was going through at the moment. I was like, I
Right.
need to really get in touch with the people in my community so I can remind myself, of
Yeah.
one, why I did it. Because I mean, I feel like we could all relate onto the why. There's
Yeah.
very big reasons for everyone.
Right.
But also just to kind of ground myself and remember that we're all just regular people,
Yep.
living our regular lives and just trying to make the best out of it, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Trying to make the best out of it. And it really, this segment would have never been able to have even started if it wasn't for the community. I literally posted, and within an hour, I had already had two people commenting that they were like, yes. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you were the first one or one of the
Yeah,
first
I
ones.
don't
I know you
know.
put out there.
I was so inspired by your post because I was like, man, she's going for it. I need to do this
It
because
was so
why
scary.
not interview people who are in the same space as we are? And so,
Yes.
yeah, it was inspiring to me.
I
Um,
love that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
No, I
but
definitely want to shine a light on all of us because I mean,
yeah,
every one of us have a different story that we have to,
yeah,
to tell, right? All of
yeah,
our stories are different, but
yeah.
honestly, each and every story is awesome.
Yeah, each of us has our gifts, but we can't look down. I can't look down on my gifts because I don't have yours. And you can't look down on your gifts because you don't have mine. We have to, I mean, we're doing this together, but we're
Exactly.
also doing it on our own. Another thing I want to highlight in Legacy Builders, we very much try to get our work done in a few hours a day. So
Yes,
our goal is to be able to do our work in 2 hours a day. I'm
I
not
know.
quite there yet. I'm at about 3 hours right
No
now, but
worries.
I am trying to be diligent to do
Yeah,
my work in in 3 hours. And so I do my posts. I write my, whatever I'm going to write. I
yeah,
do, they teach us how to do free copy and paste ads. I mean,
yes,
she has so many ideas inside of the community. I just have never seen anything like it. So, we
yeah,
are actually on a 90-day success sprint right now. Let me check what
yeah.
day we're on. I think we're on like day 42. Is that right?
42, 42, 43 was it?
42 or
I saw the
43.
post.
I don't remember. Let
43,
me
yeah.
let me just look at it real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah,
44.
I saw the
We're
reminder
on
this
day
morning.
44. So we're not quite
40.
halfway in
Mm-hmm.
our Legacy Builder sprint. And it's been amazing because every day we get a new video giving us the outline for, okay, this is what we're working on today, and we're all going in the same direction. But
Yeah,
each of us has our own business, but each of us is building also together. And if we have questions, we find out from each other,
exactly.
what
The
we need to do.
support is there.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yes, the support
totally.
is definitely there. Yeah, no,
Totally.
no, I absolutely love that. I felt so I started it. I wish I was on par with everyone because I do get the notifications every time. But when I first noticed I think it was like day 20, probably 24, 25. I was like, oh,
Oh.
they already started without me. So I'm backed up, but it's okay.
No, but the thing is, just do it. Just do it from the day that
Exactly.
you start. It doesn't matter if you don't start right at the beginning, because in reality, she goes back over some of the things. So she's
Okay.
really good at repetition.
Yeah.
I mean, I have learned in the online space, repetition is the mother of learning. I mean, we
It
learn
really
a
is.
lot by just doing and then redoing and then repeating, rinse and repeat. So,
Love
but
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
don't feel bad about it. I mean, I'm also my husband the other day. It was so funny. I actually have a post that I want to share. I recorded a video and I'm getting it ready to send out. But he was like, I don't think you're telling the truth about this 2 hour workday. And I was like, why do you say that? And he's like,
Oops.
because you're not working 2 hours. I'm like, I'm getting there. It's the editing.
Right.
It's the really the,
Yeah.
because honestly, the 2 hours is about your income earning activities, right? So your
Right.
income earning activities, like you mentioned, is you're posting ads, is your, sending out emails if there's a
Mhm.
webinar coming up or anything
Yeah.
like that. And then of course you're doing your lives depending on the platform that
Yeah.
you're going on. And then if you have some time left in that 2 hours, then you're, responding back to comments or emails or messages, or going back and actually, going into the training and maybe doing a segment or two, there. So
Right. Yeah.
really your income earning activities, yes, are around about 2 hours if you
Right.
really get down to the nitty gritty. Aside from that, it's just, brainstorming what you really want to do,
Right.
really getting into your content and editing. Editing for me is the worst. Oh my goodness. I thought I was wonderful at editing until I started to do it. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm a turtle.
Yeah.
It took
Yeah.
me forever.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get it all in, but practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
And the thing is, as well, do as good as you can and leave the rest. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, um, I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn this program, and I'm really looking forward to what's going to come next. I
I
mean,
love it.
I'm
Love it.
very
Well,
excited. Yeah.
well, talking about what's going to come next, I mean, you've obviously shared a little bit of that, but tell me, how has your life changed since you started the program, really? Like when it comes to your business or your personal life, things that maybe you dreamt of doing that you're able to do now because of the program.
Okay, so I was very overwhelmed with the online space because
Yeah,
I had tried so many things, and I wouldn't say failed because it's a learning curve, right? All of it is a learning curve. And
definitely.
so I definitely learned a lot, and but um, something that has changed for me is the learning inside of the program and the
Yeah.
encouragement that I have gotten. The online space is very lonely and can be very scary. And so I think that's why a lot of people hold back and don't get involved. One thing, because they think it's a pyramid scheme. It's not.
Yeah.
Another thing, because it is a scary thing to do something new, and our brain is wired to keep us safe. So our brain says don't do it because it's not safe, because it's something new and we don't want to do that. But we have to retrain our brain and say, no, I'm going to learn something new and I am going to do this. And I've been doing it. I've been learning. So
That.
one thing I've done, the new thing I've done is TikTok. I'm now on TikTok. I've been able to do 3 videos a day pretty
Okay.
regularly. Some days I only do two, but I've been trying to do 3 videos a day. I have my alarm set. So when the alarm goes off, I'm like, okay, I've got to go on there and
Post it.
edit it and get it ready to go. So, but
Love
that's something that's changed for me. I have so much more courage, and I feel like I have the tools, because before it was like all over the place.
yeah.
And now I know what I'm going towards. Like I know what I'm working towards. And when you have a goal, and when you're shooting at the
Yeah.
dartboard, if you're just throwing it, it's kind of like throwing spaghetti at a dartboard. You're not sure if it's ever going to hit the right
Exact
place.
stick.
But
Love
with
that.
with Legacy Builders, it's given me a center. That's what I'm working towards. I'm building a
Yeah.
legacy for my family. I'm learning how to earn an income while
Yeah.
while I'm taking this course. And it's been amazing. That's what's been changing for me.
Oh man, I absolutely love that. Yes, it's
Yeah.
giving you a clear view of exactly, it's giving you your clear view of the end goal, right? But
Yes.
also you get to enjoy
Yeah.
the journey
Yeah.
to that endpoint, which is awesome. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. But yeah, so I mean, we talked a little bit about that. So tell me, future plans. I know you're planning to move back here to
Right.
the States, which is awesome. But that being said, as far as your the business side of it, what are your future plans for yourself?
So I want to buy a house for us, and I have plans to have a savings account, because
Yeah.
I think in this day and age, we can never depend on just having a job. Like you said, you lost your job. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
you were told in 2 weeks, you won't have a job anymore. I mean, some people don't have 2 weeks, but you know,
Mhm.
in this day and age, I'm very thankful for the digital marketing because it's not depending on someone else. They can't put how many hours we work or how much we're
Mhm.
worth per hour. We decide that.
Exactly.
It's our business. And so we decide how many hours we work. And according to our income earning activities, we decide
Yeah.
how much money we want to make. And so when we figure out, when we have our goal set, we work towards that. And so yeah, my goal is to have an income for my family and buy a home. And
Love that.
I don't know. She gave us the idea the other day of 3 years to a millionaire. I don't know. That sounded really exciting to me. A
That
little
sounds
scary.
super exciting. Exactly. And you know what? That means that we definitely have to get back in touch in 3 years and see how close we are to
Oh,
that millionaire.
oh, I think I will surpass it. I think you will
Oh,
too.
love that. Oh my goodness, yes, I'm putting it out in there into the world. God knows my reasoning behind this,
Yeah,
again, we all have our reasonings. I
yeah,
am big on my family, and that's what I loved about your story too, just how deep rooted you are with your family.
yeah,
And I do this for them. I don't do this just for myself. I do this for them.
yeah.
So like you mentioned, yeah, it's scary. It's probably the scariest thing I've ever had to do, and not
Mhm.
had to do, right? But like that I chose to
Right.
do.
That you choose to do. Right.
um,
Yeah, it's probably one
but
of the scariest things I've done. I've made some big changes in my life, right?
yes, you have.
Some have been a choice of mine, and some have been because I was pushed into it, right? So I chose to leave the Amish. That was a
Yeah,
huge change. But a lot of the things, I mean, in life, if you look back at your life, there's always things that you wish you could do differently. But in
yeah,
reality, we can't change the past, but we can live free from it. We do not have to muddle in the past. And so, even though I spent 2 years learning about an online business, I now have found my niche, and
exactly.
I'm very excited about it.
Exactly. And yes, you can't look back and think, oh man, the 2 years, why didn't I do this
Yeah,
2 years ago? No, if you would have done it 2 years ago, you probably wouldn't have been ready
right.
at that time
Yep.
for what you are actually
What we're
experiencing
doing
now
then. Yeah.
and what you're doing now. Exactly. So everything comes
Yep.
with a purpose. Everything comes when it's supposed to. I absolutely 100% believe that.
Yep. Totally.
Love that. All right,
Totally.
Evelyn. I mean, that is all the questions I have for you
Yeah.
today. I mean, I love our chats. This
Yeah.
you definitely the first time we talked, and this time, I mean, I can't get enough of you.
Thank
So
you.
just know that I
Thank
will
you.
be inviting you again. Hopefully that's this, next time it works on my end. I'm so sorry about today.
Yeah. Um, yeah, we'll work on the live thing. I know it
Yes,
works. Other people do it, and if someone else can do it, we
exactly.
can do it, right?
It's a learning curve, like you
Yeah.
said. We are newbies. I mean,
Yeah.
it comes with the job, it comes with just, the journey that we decided to go on. We
Yeah.
have to learn these things, and we will get it.
We
We'll
will
get
be
over it.
successful.
Exactly. Yesterday when I had my guest speaker, Ron, he mentioned something, and I was like, wow, that's going to be one of like the mantras of my life. He said, if you take quitting off the table, you could only succeed.
Yep.
And that is
Oh, that's a good
so
one.
true. I
I
mean,
like that.
the only thing that can make you fail is because you quit,
Yep.
really.
Yep.
Because if you're not, you're just going to keep trying, and you're going to get to success eventually. Some people, success happens within days,
Yep.
some people within weeks, some people within years.
Yep.
But like I mentioned, it's not just the destination, it's the journey as
The journey.
well that you really do have to, take into consideration all of those tiny little details, all of those little wins along the way. So I
Right.
consider what is happening right now a huge win.
A huge
Whether it's
win.
minor to other people, it is a huge win
Yeah.
for me,
Me too.
you know.
For me too. Well,
But
thank you so much for having me on. And
of
we will
course.
chat again soon.
Of course, of course. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna have you back because I can't get enough of you.
Thank
But
you.
because I'm gonna go ahead and post this back on my
Yeah.
Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Guys, just so you know, I'm gonna link all of her social media stuff on there. That she is pretty much throughout, like she mentioned, mostly on TikTok right now. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and put your link there because I only had the Facebook on originally. So I'm gonna go ahead and put TikTok first so they can see all of your videos on a daily.
Yeah.
Check her out. Check
Yeah.
out her website. She is just wonderful. And Evelyn, I appreciate you for being here with me tonight. And
Thank
I
you.
hope you just have a blessed night. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Okay.
Have
Good
a
night.
great night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Good night. Bye.